Good evening, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, and this is Cosmic Connections for the week, where we take a look at the astrological aspects and do some spiritual messages. If you're new, we do the spiritual messages towards the end of the discussion of the astrology of the week. And so happy summer. We had our solstice, summer is underway, and a lot has already happened, right, in the past 48 hours. And so I'm going to go through a couple of the news stories and also talk about where we will all be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in front of the television. Yes, we're going to talk a little bit about the debate and the day of the 27th from an astrological lens. So welcome, friends. Come on in and join. The question for the week, I think, is we had a lot of Gemini energy in the past 3 weeks. Things are kind of becoming a little bit more emotional, settled into a different pattern. So I'm wondering if you're feeling inspired to get home, personal life, and hearth taken care of. If you are in a way, an inspired moment of trying to get all your things together after a lot of frenetic activity. So we're coming into this slower time of the month. When we're more reflective, we may need a little bit more rest. We may need a little bit more recovery from the frenetic activity of the previous 3 weeks. Hi, Lois. Thanks for being here. So that's the question of the week. If you're trying to recover from a lot of activity, that makes sense to me. I know it makes sense to me. And we're gearing up for many for Canada Day, the celebrations on the 1st, and of course the 4th of July in the United States. So I'm going to bring the charts into the room. Again, little different. I have a lot of material to cover because there was one big story that caught my eyes, ears, and maybe yours as well. Hi, Donna. You're so tired this week. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Oh, how interesting. I guess it's either me or, let's see. Can you guys see the charts? I don't know. Let's see. That's in there. Donna and Lois, can you see the chart on the screen? I hope you can. Yes. Okay. Welcome, Heidi. Great. So you can't see my face, which is fine. So I can really focus on the charts. One of the big stories, of course, was Julian Sange being released. All right. So take a look at this guy's chart, right? Hi, Marianne. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Joanne, Jojo. Hi, Candy. Good evening, Heidi. Hello. Welcome. Take a look at his natal chart. You'd think they would have a little dollop of Scorpio. Now, he's not a Scorpio, but he's a Cancer. But he's in the Scorpio house, the house of undercover, the house of spying, the house of intensity. And he's a Sagittarius rising, the truth seeker, right? And he's a Scorpio moon. So there's a lot of truth seeking in his natal chart. There's a full, very intricate discussion of this on the Cosmic Intelligence Agency Facebook page put together by Julia, because of course, Julian is a fellow Australian. And so she did a beautiful workup. I'm just touching in on the very non-technical points. Why is he released now? So when we have an unexpected event, we often have, say it with me, Uranus involved. And sure enough, the South Node transiting, now the true node is actually at his Uranus. This is the mean node that I'm using right here. So the South Node, which means unfinished business from the past, is moving on top of his Uranus. So that sets the stage, unexpected situation. And then we have Uranus in the sky transiting once every 84 years, making an aspect to Julian's Jupiter. Remember what Jupiter means: freedom, expansion. And so, bang, we've had 2 Uranus-Jupiter aspects being activated with this day. Jupiter, of course, is in the 7th house. So just went over into the 7th house, freedom, Jupiter in Gemini, which also can take into account the legal dealings that he's been making with the United States. And I should say, not so much with the White House, but with the Department of Defense. So there's his Jupiter in Gemini in the 7th house of other partners. Okay, so the dealings and wheelings that are going on. Neptune is the dream. It's opposite Pluto. All right. There's Neptune. Neptune's opposite his Pluto, a dream come true. Can you imagine being incarcerated for those many, many years? And this is very pertinent. And we're going to talk a little bit about this as well, friends, towards when we get into the last quarter square. Neptune is going to be going retrograde in the next week, and we'll touch on that as well. But Neptune stationing on top of Julian's part of fortune. So this is really pertinent too. The part of fortune brings all aspects into our arena in our chart, and Neptune's the dream. So a dream come true. And this is a small aspect, but when we look at events in our lives, we take a look at the major planets, right? We take a look at the transpersonal planets, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. We see what's going on there, and then we can narrow down to a day that's meaningful. Well, I mean, it's not as if Venus is on top of his sun rarely in his life, but it happened to be conjunct his sun in Cancer. So again, love, abundance, the things that he values most of all, which I'm sure is freedom. And the moon transiting was on top of his north node, the new passage into this new section and arena of his life, being reunited with his family, being reunited with the children he's never known since he's been incarcerated. So this is very pertinent, and this, of course, happened 2 days ago. Kind of a surprise, Uranus, but very, very strong. Hi, Maria. Hi, Sherry. Good evening. I have no idea why Facebook isn't giving us notifications anymore when you're going live. I don't know. Fingers crossed. I'm always here at Wednesdays at 8:30 in. Oh, Joanne. Yes, Julian Sange. How do I begin? He is the man, the journalist, independent journalist who founded WikiLeaks. And quite frankly, he put the world on its head because he disclosed a lot of secret documents through the United States pertinent to wars in Afghanistan and Iraq and Iran. He also did what's called a WikiLeaks dump right before the 2016 election, which wasn't very flattering at all to Ms. Clinton. So there was a lot of disclosure, and of course he was also accused at one point of rape in Sweden, and that was he was exonerated from that. And then he was also being detained in Britain, and then he was just released with some high level scrutiny between the United States. Okay, so yeah, you know him, right? And yeah, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange. I don't have his name here. Okay, sorry about that. But you know what? Let's take a look at some fun here. We're going to take a look at his Sabian symbol. He is a 10 Cancer, which is it represents. This is interesting. A clown characterizing well-known personalities. He represents deconditioning and the idea of him characterizing well-known personalities. He's not literally a clown, but he has had a huge international impact with different personalities, you could say. All right, moon on the node. For a more technical workup of his release, I direct you, please, to the Cosmic Intelligence page the day this occurred, which was 2 days ago. All right, Let's take a look at what we'll be doing tomorrow night. Anyone with me? Anyone set aside some time at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to watch the debate? I thought it would be interesting to take a look at the two candidates combined with the energy of the day. All right, so it's my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, please, friends, that CNN suggested this particular day for the debate in Atlanta. Am I correct with that? And former President Trump jumped at the possibility of debating the present president on this particular day. Well, I would say this. If I were President Biden, I would like this day because, of course, he's a Scorpio. So when the sun and the moon are in water signs, there's a little bit of a water trine going on. It's a little bit of a supportive day, this particular day tomorrow. And but just a couple of little tidbits for you to reflect on. Venus is trining his Mars. All right, so there's Venus in the sky. It's trining his Mars. And remember, Mars is anger and aggression and assertiveness and will force. So we can imagine that there's going to be a downplay of being too overly aggressive. And we know the president has been coached, I guess, for the past week. So that might be one of the calling cards. Keep it simmering low, Joe. All right. So the day is supporting that. Mercury is conjunct Jupiter. And before I say another word about these two candidates, I will say this about Jupiter and Gemini. All right. Jupiter and Gemini this year is doing what? It's downloading a sense of polarity within our brains. All right. So that's the shadow side of Gemini. Good, bad, up, down. And we have to be aware that Jupiter in Gemini is begging the question, I want logic, I want facts. That's a positive aspect of the Gemini. Having said that, Mercury is conjunct his Jupiter, so that's another fairly positive thing for the president. But we have this ongoing situation in his chart that is going to be peaking in the next couple of months, and that is Uranus, surprise, is opposite his sun. Now, that only happens every 84 years, and it's very much a stressful aspect on anyone. Uranus can mean surprise, change, sudden shifts of awareness and consciousness. So that's also a part of this scenario on Thursday. Former President Trump has a lot of emphasis on his Vesta. Vesta is the goddess of what? The flame of universality and spirituality. Both Neptune and the moon are floating around the sky on top of his Vesta. So he may be coming across a little bit more serene, perhaps. The sun is on his Mercury, so the sun is going to be illuminating the way he's communicating. And all of us are going to be very, very scrutinizing how they are communicating, the sun especially on former President Trump's Mercury. Venus is on his psyche. He's going to have to rely a lot on his own instincts and not on his impulsivity. Mercury's on his Saturn, so that can do an effect of a kind of keeping things on the down low and not rattling off and going in different directions. It's going to be quite an interesting debate. I think it's a draw. I think that it definitely favors President Biden that particular day. The Sabian symbol for the day is, I have to share this with you, if you don't mind, and this is for all of us. Two nature spirits dancing under the moonlight. It rolls creative imagination. There may be some other disclosures between the candidates, the presumed candidates, I should say, which are a little unsettling because this is our phase work. This is on Friday, friends. This is the last quarter square, and where we are finding the moon this upcoming week is at 7 degrees of Aries. So what this means is we are going to be looking at ways to complete events and circumstances that we just started 2 weeks ago. All right, 2.5 weeks ago. And Sun is going to be squaring, of course, the moon. Saturn's going to be opposite Juno and Black Moon Lilith. That's what I want to draw your attention to. In the next week or so, there might be more interesting information that comes out in the public domain, which is about our powers that be, our governing bodies and so forth, which might really shock us. And please circle these 2 dates, 6/29 and 7/2 and the 2nd of July, because those are the respective dates of Saturn and Neptune going retrograde. What does that mean for us? Saturn and Neptune going retrograde in the sign of Pisces now, this next few days, is asking us and begging this question: what are my beliefs? What are my feelings? What is my spirituality, and how am I going to work with my imagination, my intuition, and what I believe? So become aware that you might be going backwards in time for the next couple of months, trying to perfect what it is you truly believe. Halisha, hello. Hi, Paula. No one's ever late here. It's all gone mad here in the UK. Thanks for the comment, Hazel. Well, you're not alone on this planet. Hi there, Sam. Hi, Jennifer. Hello, Jean. Paula, hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, Joanne. Hello. I think I have said hi to everybody. Christine, Joanne, Maria, the folks I can see at least. Sherry, Debbie, Christine, Janet. Hello, everyone. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Rasta, Mystic. I like your name. Hey, Linda. Hi, Yvonne. Thanks for being here. Jill, Heidi, Candy. Thanks for being here. Okay. Candy has a question about just financial issues. Hopefully I could come to you and give you an intuitive read. Hi, Marianne. Yes. So I think I give big hugs and hellos to everybody out there. Hi, Kat from Ottawa. Hi, Franca. Hello there. Hi. All right, friends, let's take a look at where this lunation is falling in your chart and think of the timing between Friday and the new moon, which is on July 5th, is a time for you to take charge of your life where you find Aries in your chart. There's no more delay. There's no more procrastination. There's something that you've been wanting to get done. And I know it's going to be a holiday week, but somehow, some way, you're going to find a solution to some issue that you want to build and ground, take a dream and ground it and make it real. So this next week is going to be a busy one. It might be creating a fantastic family celebration, or it could be decluttering your garage, whatever it might mean for you, or your ambitions have an opportunity to be worked upon. That's the feeling and focus of the Aries lunation. And so where Aries falls in your chart is the time where you're going to be focusing to get these things accomplished. If you are Aries or Aries rising, it's all about you. You're going to be finding yourself pretty activated this next week and feeling a little bit more optimistic, powerful, on fire, as it were, to accomplish your goals. If you're Taurus or Taurus rising, some of your goals might be involving spirituality, retreat, prayer, meditation, getting away from folks and just spending time with yourself. That might be one of your goals, to kind of hibernate a little bit. If you're Gemini or Gemini rising, it's all about connecting with friends and groups and associations and making your way with the social aspect of your life. If you've been neglecting having fun with friends, this upcoming week is the time to take action for that. Cancer or Cancer rising, it's all about you taking a leadership role in the outer world, whether that means a career or in the community or even within your family. So it doesn't have to be a job, but it has to be a sense of people following your lead. That's for our Cancers. And you'll be feeling more confident to take that leadership role. For Leos or Leo rising, it's time for you to market who you are, to speak your truth, to write or network with the outer world. For Virgos or Virgo risers, you might be taking a deep dive into your finances this week, and not just money you make, but how you're managing your money, making some decisions on safeguarding your future security. For Libras or Libra risers, this is all about you paying attention to your BFFs, your friends, and becoming a good partner to the people around you. For Scorpio or Scorpio rising, if you've been talking too fast, procrastinating, trying to take care of yourself, this is a fantastic week to make a commitment to get to the gym, to get your walking shoes on, to paying attention to how you're eating, how you're moving. Pay attention to your health, and you'll have a lot more success with that. For Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, this is a great week for you to activate your inner child and have fun, be a little bit more creative, bring out the bicycle, just do something that makes your heart sing, Saggy. For Capricorn, a great week to take care of your home, your family, your surroundings, your abode, maybe do a deep clean. For Aquarius, it's time for you to pay attention to your paperwork and your relationship with time. So perhaps you want to change up your schedule and or clear out the paperwork clutter. And last but not least are our beautiful Pisces or Pisces rising people. This is a great week for you to pay attention to your self-worth, your value, and your income. All right, there you have it. Hi, Kenner from Santa Barbara, Jalisco. Hello, Lorianne, Donna, Marianne. Never too late. Hello, Gurjeet. Hello from Toronto. Hi, Karen. Hi, John. Hi, Nonina. That's a pretty name, Nonina. Hi, Hazel. Hello, friends. Hello. Thanks for being here. Kat from Ottawa. All right. Now we get to do the spiritual message part of Cosmic Connections, how this works. I close my eyes. I use my thumb. I take a look at the screen, and my thumb will stop somewhere, and I will give you a message. And you have to be in the room to receive. That's just how it works. I just could be able to do 2 little meet and greets. So, dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love, light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. I'm with Paula Churchill. Hi, Paula. Thank you for being such a faithful watcher. Okay, so Paula, as I'm tuning into you, my immediate image is days gone by, years gone by, decades gone by, celebrating the 4th of July. It was kind of a big deal, it feels like, with your family. And it was often not just a family affair, but the neighborhood or friends. There were a lot of people involved. And you may be feeling very nostalgic as we are crossing into this next week of celebration, Paula. And it's a bittersweet feeling, thinking about people who have gone into spirit. And I'm feeling on the father's side of the family, his mother, your grandmother of your father's mother is coming in here. And what I'm getting from her spiritual messaging for you, Paula, is that even though she had some difficulty towards the end of her life, I feel very arthritic, a lot of pain, she never complained. Like the Queen of England, right? Queen Elizabeth II, she would say, never complain, never blame. And she says, you have that same quality, but there's something that's going on that she wants you to take care of, that you could become more comfortable with. I'm not diagnosing anything with you, Paula, but she's just saying, it's okay, dear, if you go out and get some help, because she never would ask for help. And if she was alive during this day and age, she would have had relief with some of these aches and pains, is what I'm picking up. She was a wonderful person. She loved the holidays, and but she had a lot of discomfort. And she's also saying something about, I think she really loved the yellow tiger lilies, particularly they're flowers that come up in Western New York during this time of year and throughout July. And so she's giving you a bouquet of tiger lilies. Does that make sense, Paula? Okay. All right. That makes sense to you. because she's saying, honey, don't, you're not a complainer, but do a laundry list of getting help. But it's not just getting help with your medical issues, but getting some relief in the discomfort, whatever that means to you, dear. So that sounds like it made sense to you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that makes sense. All right. All right. Thank you for being here, Paula. One more little spiritual message here, and I'm just going to scroll with my thumb. And I'm with Joanne Tanner. Joanne, would you like a message? Are you still here, honey? Joanne Tanner. It makes sense. Thanks for the feedback, Paula. Okay, Joanne, as I'm tuning into your energy, I'm aware that there's a gentleman close to you. This could be a husband or a son, but I think it's more of a sweetheart, a husband energy that you're always giving some advice and some direction to. And it's almost a similar message that I gave to Paula, to guide him gently into getting some sort of relief, or like see a doctor or see a practitioner. And I'm saying this to you with a lot of love and respect, because you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. That's the message that's coming in here for you regarding this person in your life that you're very concerned about. So maybe speak your piece one more time, very loudly, very clearly, and then kind of close it down, because you're getting frustrated yourself is the first thing that comes to mind. Secondarily, I'm getting excited about some trip that's coming up for you, Joanne. I feel it's towards the fall, and it's like a big trip, and it's going to be, a lot of details have to go into place for this trip, not just financially, but who's going to take care of what, etc. Go on the trip no matter what, because this is an opportunity for you to explore all levels of your being. All right. It's kind of fun, but it's also a learning trip as well. I don't know if you're going overseas or something like this, but you're learning something about yourself by going on this trip, like a heritage journey of some stripe, Joanne. Number 3, I'm feeling overall very, very good with you and your life and your spiritual path and your spiritual journey. It feels like you're putting one foot in front of the other, and you're also dusting off some old spiritual tools that you've used in the past, that not that you have forgotten about them, but we go through that, right? Like there's something we used to do, and then we pull it out 10 years later and say, you know what, I'm going to go back to doing that. I don't mean necessarily meditation, because I feel like you are on track with that, but some other spiritual practice, maybe it's Tai Chi. I have no idea what I'm picking up here, but some sort of movement, some sort of self-awareness, spiritual practice that you're resuming is the word that comes to mind. And I want to leave you with many blessings. If that makes sense, please let me know. Joanne. All right, dear friends, I hope you have a great celebratory week. If you are celebrating either Canada Day or the U.S. Independence Day, please know that we have a new moon coming up very, very close to the United States of America's birthday, which would indicate that the year ahead is going to be very dramatic and different for the U.S. When we have a new moon on our birthday, that means we're in the driver's seat and that new things are afoot for the year ahead. So again, my great gratitude for you being here on Wednesday nights, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you next week, Wednesday at 8:30. Bye now.